We're back. We are back. I'm holding myself accountable again for doing weekly vlogs. I was doing it and then I don't know what happened. My parents came to visit, so I'll just blame it on them. I love talking to you all. If you are here now, thank you so much for watching. And let's get into it. So I was thinking, what should we do today? What should we talk about? The Warner Brothers tour I was on? Should I talk about my anxiety medication? No. We're gonna play a game. And the game was inspired by somebody I met at Abercrombie in high school. He was a guy who had a crush on me, and he was the first guy ever who had a crush on me. And I remember I gave him my number, and he texted me on my Razr phone, and he was like, "Want to play 21 questions?" And I was like, "What is that?" And the game is literally just asking each other 21 questions. So that was back in 2008. Here we are in 2023. So let's go play 21 questions. I found this site that has 21 questions. I have not read through any of them. We'll make it rapid fire so you're not here for too long. And let's get into it. Question number 1. If you could travel to any point back in time, what year would you choose and why? Easy, 1998. I want to go back to the time where it was the peak of Spice Girls, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, where there was no phones, no social media. I want to be laying in bed on Saturday morning and hearing my dad mow the lawn, then getting up and watching One Saturday Morning on ABC. That is 1998 to me, and that is where I want to be. Question number 2. What are a few things on the top of your bucket list? Right now, at the top of my bucket list is riding a donkey down the Grand Canyon. Do what you will with that information. Number 3. What decision do you look back on and say, what was I thinking? Okay, well, in high school, my senior year, my friend wanted me to go to a party with her. I go to the party got busted by the cops. Because there was alcohol there, we were all stuck inside, hiding from the cops. I was literally in a closet. I had to call my parents to come pick me up. I sprinted out of the house, literally running from the cops. I mean, it wasn't that traumatic, but like the story is exaggerated over the years. And I look back and think, what was I thinking? I should never have been there. I wasn't even drinking. I didn't even drink at the time. So yeah, everyone just stay in and do puzzles. Number 4, if you can give your 16-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be? Give less F's about what other people think. High school was so consumed by trying to fit in. I really wish that I cared less and just leaned into more who I was. I would be so less anxious and stressed in high school if I stopped caring and stopped trying to fit in. And don't get me wrong, even at 31 years old, I still care what people think. I have to make a conscious effort a lot to be like, stop caring. Period. 5. Who is the most influential person in your life? Has to be my mom. I love her so much. She's raised me to be such a kind and caring person, and I think that is the most important thing everybody should learn and abide by, is just be kind and caring to each other. Now I feel like as an adult, like there's a lot of people out there who are just like rude, and don't be like that. Number 6, what is the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Easy. I would give money to my entire family, make sure everybody is happy, content, can pay off bills, can do whatever they need. I would donate some to charity, and then I would go on a vacation to Germany on a private jet. I know it's not good for the atmosphere, but I just really want to go. Fine, I won't do that. I won't, because I care about the earth. Well, not saying if you go on a private jet, do you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I just want to go to Germany. 7, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had? I don't really dream, so we're gonna skip this question. 8, if you could have any superpower, what would you choose and why? I would love to fly. I would love to have my little wings and be able to fly so I can visit my family in Denver, I can visit my friends in New York, I can just go anywhere. I would just love that. I need to fly. I would hate to know what other people think. I don't want mind reading. Oh, I would be crippled with anxiety if I had that superpower. Number 9, what is the most embarrassing thing you've done in public? The most embarrassing thing I've done in public. Okay, I guess this was a mini public situation, but I didn't have my first kiss until I was like 21, and I remember this guy in college really liked me, and he leaned in for a kiss, and I got so scared once when his lips touched me that I sprinted away, and my friends were watching above from a dorm room, so I had a couple friends, so I consider that public, and they saw it, and I just remember being so horrified and humiliated that other people saw this. I eventually had my first kiss at a club to ushers. Yeah, so romantic. Would you consider yourself adventurous or would you play it safe inside? Play it safe inside. I love to be cozy on the couch watching Love Island. There's nothing wrong with that, especially with like my cats around me. Sorry, I'm gonna pass on the hike. What is your go-to karaoke song? Baby by Justin Bieber. Baby, 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 oh. Number 12, what would you title this chapter of your life? I would title this chapter La La Land, since I moved to Chicago to LA. 13, if you could relive any part of your life so far, which part would you choose and why? I would do re-meeting Chad. That was such a, like, all the butterflies I got, meeting him for the first time and how we connected. It was truly magical and I would love to experience that again. I was just so smitten and I still am, but it was just a really cool time where I was like, I'm in love. Number 14, what is the biggest lesson you've learned from your teens and 20s? The biggest lesson I've learned is to go for it. If it scares you, you just gotta do it. And I feel like that's something I really follow in life, is that anytime something scares me, I'm just gonna go do it and see what happens. I just continuously putting myself in scary, pit-inducing situations. But you know what? I'm a millennial and YOLO. 15, who would you want to sit next to on a 10-hour flight across the world and why? Chad. He'd be so fun. We'd just play Uno the entire time. 16, if you could be any kind of dog, what breed would you be? A Chihuahua. Because they're like sweet, but also like they're sassy. I feel like that's definitely me, because I could be like, curled up, so cute, and then like, don't mess with me. 17, do you think the convenience of the internet is worth the loss of privacy that comes with it? Oh, that's so deep. Yes, I do. I think being private on the internet, that's a choice. You can decide to choose how much you share and how much you don't want to share, but it's also, this is a tough one. But I think it is worth it because the internet has really connected people. And you really have to find a balance with it. You can't be scrolling all day. You really have to find a balance with it. And hey, I'm trying to find that balance too, but I think it's worth it. I think it is, says the person who wants to go back to 1998. 18, what musical album could you play on repeat for hours at a time? Easy. Alexander Hamilton. His name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you'll be back. Time will tell. Nations rise. Empires fall. 19. What is the healthiest and unhealthiest thing you do regularly? Healthiest thing I do is drinking lemon water first thing in the morning to detox. The unhealthiest thing I do then is proceed to chug 3 cups of coffee and a Diet Coke every day. They balance each other, right? Right, guys? Tell me that's right. 20. How much should someone judge a person by their appearance? Don't do that. Don't. 21. If you found out that your current life has been only a dream, would you choose to wake up or stay in it? I would choose to stay in it. I would absolutely choose to stay in it. I love this life. Everything about this life I love. The ups, the downs, the peaks, the pits, the anxiety, the stress, the happy, I wouldn't change it for a second. All right, and that was 21 questions. I recommend everybody, if you have a friend or partner, go play it with somebody. I feel like you learn a lot. I just learned a lot about myself. I appreciate you all watching. I seriously want to give you all a hug, and it really means a lot that you watch. You guys are my friends, my community. So I tell Chad, my friends, I'm like, people on YouTube are freaking awesome. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next week because I'm holding myself accountable. TTYL.